बिहारी। गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। गिरिवरधा यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. श्री राधा मदन मोहन की, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की, समावेत गौर भक्तवृंद की, कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमा ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री गदाधर श्वासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. Hare Krishna. Folio here. Folio, just folio is required. You have folio? You take first canto, 11th chapter. Canto 1. Lord entering Dwarka. In that chapter, in that chapter, select a word, I'll tell you. No. You just select, you don't know how to select a word? You don't know. Give it here, no? Achha, it's in that laptop. Okay, then keep going ahead, keep going. Krishna is blowing on the shank. Where is that? No, wait a minute. Show the translation. No, before that. One verse before that. That is the one. Okay. Read the translation. No, one before this. 111.2. Yeah. No. You're reading without mic? How will it come in the recording? Yeah, reciting from the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 11th chapter, text number 2. Yeah.
The white and fat bowl conch, being gripped by the hand of Lord Krishna and sounded by him, appeared to be reddened by the touch of his transcendental lips. It seemed that a white swan was playing in the stems of red lotus flowers.
Purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki.
The redness of the white conch shell due to the lip touch of the Lord is a symbol of spiritual significance. The Lord is all spirit, and matter is ignorance of the spirit.
The Lord is all spirit, and
matter is ignorance of this spiritual existence.
Actually, you should know where to break. See, there is a comma is given there. The Lord is all spirit. Repeat.
The Lord is all spirit.
And matter is ignorance of the spiritual existence.
Matter is ignorance of the spiritual existence.
If you read the Lord is all spirit and matter, He is ignorant. If you say, Lord is never, we are only spirit and matter. Lord is not spirit and matter. Lord is
spirit.
Please repeat. The Lord is all spirit.
The Lord is all spirit.
And matter is ignorance of the spiritual existence. Okay, go ahead.
Actually, there is nothing like matter in spiritual enlightenment. And this spiritual enlightenment takes place.
And it's going and coming. His battery is gone. Read from the beginning.
The redness. Actually, there is nothing like.
Read from the beginning.
The redness of the white conch shell due to the lip touch. Due to the lip touch of Lord is symbol of spiritual significance. The Lord is all spirit, and matter is ignorance of the spiritual existence.
See, Lord Krishna is leaving Hastinapur and coming to Dwarka. At the entrance of Dwarka, he stopped his chariot. He took his shank, Panchajanya, and then he's playing. And there is a description about that here. Okay.
Factually, there is nothing like matter in spiritual enlightenment. And this spiritual enlightenment takes place at once by the contact of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. The Lord is present in every particle of all existence, and He can manifest His presence from anything and everything according to the spiritual enlightenment of the devotee.
For example, there is nothing as matter in spiritual existence. Like this mic is matter. But when I glorify Krishna with this mic, it becomes spiritualized. This video camera is matter. But when this video camera is going to show the purport to the people who hear the lecture, then it becomes spiritualized. Correct? Huh? So this flat is one flat in Hyderabad in some building. But this flat has become transformed into a temple because devotees are living here and chanting the holy name and following the Vaishnava etiquettes and daily reading the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and following the 4 regulative principles. So this flat has become transformed into a temple, a sacred place. So Prabhupada was asking devotees, This is one flat, there is another flat in the same building. What is the difference? Devotee said, Prabhu, it's the same only. No, say it's not same. Because this flat is a place where boys are staying together for glorifying Krishna. The other flat, boys are coming together for sense gratification. Any place where people come for sense gratification, that is material. Any place where people come together for purifying the heart and glorifying Lord, that is spiritual. That is why there is nothing like material or spiritual. Everything is spiritual only. But what makes anything material is the purpose for which it is used. Huh? If you use it for sense gratification, it is material. Use it for glorification of Krishna, it is spiritual. Very simple. Like, for example, we have cows and we have in our ISKCON farm communities, we have cows, sometimes goats, sometimes dogs living in the farms. But these are all very safe animals because nobody will harm them or kill them. Correct, no? But the cows who may be reared for cattle raising and sent to slaughterhouse, those farms are not spiritual because the intention of raising those animals is to kill them and eat them. Correct, no? You all understand the difference. Go ahead.
Otherwise, the Lord reserves the right of not being exposed to anyone and everyone.
Where is it?
The bottom range.
The Lord is present in every particle of all existence, and He can manifest His presence from anything and everything according to the spiritual enlightenment of the devotee, which means Lord can jump out of the pillar. Who is that Lord? That's somebody. Lord can come out of the nose of Brahma and then, yeah? Who? Who? No. Paradev. Paradeva comes out of the Lord's nose, Lord of Brahma's nose, and then he takes on the Varaha form and then he lifts the earth and places. So Lord can appear from anywhere and everywhere. There's no limitation for the Lord. So Lord can also appear as a murti in the temple. Although the murti is made up of material elements, Lord says, if people come and bow down to me, worship me, I can accept the devotion. Because ultimately nothing in this existence has come from anywhere other than the Lord. It has come, everything has come from the Lord only. Material matter has come from Him, spirit has come from Him. Everything He is the source of everything. He being the source, He can manifest through any place, anywhere. Like the government of India can take one paper and just print 1,000 rupee note or 500 rupee note and say, this is currency note. And the same paper, government of India can take and print a newspaper and say, this is newspaper. They can do both. So the authorized currency note you keep in the pocket and the newspaper, you put it in Radhi. Because you know the difference in their value. Correct or not? In this way, the Lord can authorize a murti to be Himself. And then through that murti, He can actually glance at the devotees visiting and then give them Ashirvad. He has the power to do that because ultimately, every atom in this world has come from Him only. And that can be another wood. Here there is a wood which is used as a door. But there may be another wood in which Lord manifests as Jagannath. He can manifest as Jagannath in that wood, but this wood is just a piece of His material energy. So Lord can do these kind of things because ultimately He is the source of everything. Go ahead.
Otherwise, the Lord reserves the right of not being exposed to anyone and everyone.
Yeah, He doesn't expose Himself to anyone and everyone. He has the reservation. If you are a devotee, Lord says, I reveal myself to my devotees. And if you are not a devotee, then one man asked Prabhupada, Swamiji, you always glorify Krishna as beautiful. Your God only has beauty, Probably your God doesn't have the other side. He only has one side. It seems He is never ugly. Prabhupada said, who said that? God has all the sides. He said, look at the Virat Rupa, Vishwarupa, the Kala Rupa. Kala Rupa is, it has a face with teeth, biting the heads and skulls of all the soldiers entering into flaming mouths. At that time, the blood is coming out, gushing out. And whether it is Lelias, he is also licking that blood. So this is Kala Rupa. Prabhupada said, if you don't like to surrender to the beautiful form of Shyam Sundar, Madan Mohan, Krishna, then Lord will show you the other ugly form. You can enter into the mouth and get crushed. So he will show the Kala Rupa to you. Huh? So similarly, Prabhupada said, you can make only one big aeroplane. You cannot make a mosquito. But God can make a gigantic creature like an elephant or a whale. Huh? He can also make a creature like a mosquito or an amoeba. So the God's greatness is one-sided or two-sided? Two-sided. But man's greatness may be only one-sided. Huh? He can make big things. He can't make such tiny things. Can see. Yeah.
By ardent love and devotional service to the Lord, or in other words, by spiritual contact with the Lord, everything becomes spiritually reddened like the conch.
Battery is gone. You have battery for this? You can read in this.
Everything becomes spiritual reddened by the ardent love and devotional service to the Lord, or in or in other words, by spiritual contact with the Lord, everything becomes spiritually reddened like the conch shell in the grip of the Lord. And Paramahamsa, or the supremely intelligent person, plays the part of ducking swan in the water of spiritual bliss.
Here he says, by ardent love and devotional service to the Lord. In other words, a spiritual contact with the Lord, everything becomes spiritually reddened, like the conch shell in the grip of the Lord. So when Krishna took the shank and then blew, his lips touched the shank, due to which the shank's color became reddened. Hmm? Shank's color is what? White. But by the touch with Krishna's lips when he played, the whole shank appeared to be reddened by it. Which means the Lord's red color lips influenced the color of the shank. Similarly, in this world, most living entities are running here and there, making money, filling up their belly, having sex, producing children, maintaining a home and a car, and living out their life, running out of time. And one day they die, only the body to be carried to the graveyard, to be burned or buried. This is the tendency of all living entities. So their life has no auspiciousness. This type of life even cats and dogs are living. But what makes the living entity's life auspicious is touch of Krishna in their lives. Like as soon as Krishna touch comes in a person's life, a selfish person becomes selfless person. So Lord Krishna gave the example of a tree. He said, when he went to the forest of Vrindavan, one of the days, he called all his friends. Hey Stoka Krishna, hey Amsho Sri Raman Subalarjuna, Paschate Etan Mahabhagan Pararte Kanta Jivitan, Vatavarshatapahiman Sahanto Varayantinaha. You know what he's saying? Hey Stoka Krishna, one of the covered boys. His name is? Hey Anshu is calling Anshu. He's also one of the covered boys. Hey Stoka Krishna, hey Amsho, Sri Dama, Subala, Arjuna. I mean, how many names he has called till now? 5 names of his covered boys. They are all very intimate circle of Krishna. So he's calling all of them. Pashyata, Pashyata, look at this beautiful tree. Mahabhagan is calling the tree as a greatly fortunate tree. Why? Because it is not a selfish tree, it is a selfless tree. Pashyate tan Mahabhagan para arthai ekant jivitan. He lives only for others. He doesn't live for himself. How? If you see this tree, the tree gives flowers, the tree gives fruits, the tree gives leaves, the tree gives firewood from its branches. The tree allows birds to live in the tree. There may be snakes also curling in the branches and living. Sometimes the woodpecker bird, like that, it pokes a hole in the tree, but the tree doesn't drive him away. The tree allows him to stay, isn't it? Mm. And after the tree gets old and the tree perishes, still you can make a table and chair with the tree. Even after the tree is dead, uh, the tree is serving. Also, even the barks of the tree are helpful. Some leaves of the tree are medicinal. Also, they are helpful. If you take the banana tree, banana fruit is very wonderful. And banana peel can be given to the cows. Correct now? And banana flower can be cooked as a sabji. Correct now? Banana flower sabji is there? Yeah. Then banana tree trunk, that also you can cut it and make sabji also. With that also. And banana leaf, you can use it for taking prasad. Correct, no? And sometimes the banana tree is ready to give his life for a festival in the temple on either side of the entrance. You cut a banana trunk and you place it, as a festival of the Lord. Is it not true? So in this way, Krishna was telling, look at these trees, they are selfless personalities. Pashyate etan mahabhagan, parartai ekanta jivitan. Ekanta means only for others' sake only it lives. Vata varsha tapahiman, sahanto varayantinaha. He says that, when there is a vata means the wind, varsha means rain, and tapa means heat. Himan means ice cold, yeah, very cold. So when the heat of the sun falls on the tree, the tree takes the heat of the sun, but the tree gives shade to the passerby. If a passerby finds it very hot on the road, he comes under the shade of the tree. Correct? And he gives shade to the person below. And cold also it takes and gives warmth to the person below. In this way, there may be winds blowing, and there may be heavy rains. When there is a heavy rain, you immediately take an umbrella above you. Can a tree take umbrella? No, tree has to tolerate. So the tree accepts all the challenges and difficulties of the blowing wind and scorching heat of the sun and the shower of the rain and the chill cold of the winter. When it is very cold, you come inside the house, you close the windows, you put a blanket around you. The tree cannot do that. It is outside. So, which means it accepts all the troubles. At the same time, it is sacrificing itself for giving only everything to others: flowers, fruits, tree bark, leaves, and branches, and the whole body itself. Then Krishna told this, after saying this verse, Sahanto Variyantinaha. After that, he says, all of you repeat this verse: Etavajjan masafalyam dehinam dehishu pranirartair diyavacha shreya acharanam sehada. He's saying, Etavad janma safalyam. If any human being in this world, Krishna says, wants to perfect his life, what he should do? Dehinam iha dehishu. While seated in this bodily machine of this material body, what can a human being do to make his life all perfect? He says four things. He says, pranayar. He says, which means one should give one's life. That doesn't mean giving your life means you die. Giving your life means whatever lifespan you have, devote it fully to Krishna's service. Which means give your body, your mind, your words fully Krishna service. Like look at the Sachin Prabhu in the morning. He's a family man, with children, two children he has, one son and daughter he has. Every morning he has been organizing Harinam Sankirtan for our Vishwakirti Prabhu, and he personally goes taking this. Now, any family man with two children, do you think he can do this in the morning? Go with the Harinam every day 1 hour? He's able to do that. Because if you have a heart to serve Krishna, there is no limitation for you in this world. Yeah? He's a young man and he is in market yard, he has a big business. He can open the shop early and make more money and fill his pocket, correct or not? Yeah. But you see his heart. His heart is that let the holy name be spread. He derives great joy seeing the passers by hear the holy name. Some people wave the hands. He brings a scooter. He arranged the speaker also. He purchased a speaker and gave it in donation. Yeah? He gave speaker because that goes to show his intention. He wanted to donate for the cause of spreading the holy name. He wanted to assist the spreading of the holy name by going with Vishwakirti Prabhu. In those days, Vishwakirti Prabhu used to be practically alone, playing kartal and going alone. So all you need is only intention in the path of bhakti. You have a little intention to render some service to Krishna. There is no limitation. You can see a brahmachari in the temple may say, oh, I have no time to go for the Harina. But here is a family man with two children, and wife also. He has to earn money, maintain wife and two children, take care of the home household activities, and he's going for Harinam. Can you imagine? So that's what Krishna is saying. He says that prana means giving your pran Uh, doesn't sometimes people think prana giving your life means become brahmachari. They think it's not that you become brahmachari, just eat and sleep. What kind of brahmachari is that? Think about it. Huh? Whether you are brahmachari, whether you are a grihastha, it is immaterial. Your intention should be to give your body, your mind, your words to Krishna's service. If that is your goal in any profession, you will you will see that your morning to night, your day will be filled with going from one Krishna conscious activity to another. You can do that. There was one devotee called Shweti Prabhu in Pune. He was working with Whirlpool company. He was just, what do you call it? He's a diploma in mechanical engineering. He did. So he joined the company. But he was such a wonderful people man. Huh? Can talk to people very nicely, very friendly. Anybody, anywhere, if he sits with them in 5 minutes, he'll become thick friends with them. He was such a person, very nice. So in his company, in his department, there were practically 50, 60 people. And the boss of that entire department was an IITian. Hmm. So that IITian found that this person, although he's only a diploma, he is very friendly with all the people. He would tell stories of Tukaram, stories of Vittal Rakumai. Later on, when he became a devotee, he would tell stories from Mahabharata to people, Ramayana. He would tell them Gita shlokas, motivate the people. And that department got the best department award in the company successfully for 3, 4 years. And the company and the boss of the department told everybody, this success is not due to me, it's due to this person. So although he was only a diploma, he gave him promotion equal to himself. That type of promotion he gave him, accepting him as a successor. So nobody, even with there were many IITians and IIM people in that department, but they were not given the promotion. He was given the promotion. Now, when he was only 36, he came to me and said, "I want to give my body, mind, soul to Krishna's service." Of course, he's married and he has a daughter also. But he became a full-time devotee in ISKCON. He and his wife became just like you see Vedanta Prabhu or Radheshyam Prabhu, people like that. And now he is in charge of the Annamrita in Pune. But he's also one of the TMC members of our NVCC temple. Very active, doing a lot of activities. And morning to night, his day is filled with introducing many ministers to Krishna consciousness, giving them Bhagavad Gita, going to many schools and giving sermons in Marathi language. They invite him to speak from Gita, Bhagavatam. He speaks many places. And he also has taken MOU with many colleges for our Pune temple, where our devotees can go and teach in the colleges and award degrees in Bhagavad Gita and everything. So the idea is, similarly, those who are brahmacharis also, they are giving the pran. Pran means, you know, generally for most people, pran is money. Correct, no? Yeah. Money, 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 money is money. How to make more money, how to increase the bank balance, how to become a rich man. This is the goal of most living entities. Although they are slapped and whipped by the material existence, still people keep running till their last breath, chasing after money. Yesterday we were reading a verse from the Bhagavatam 7th canto, the behavior of a perfect person, Avadut Brahman. He says, money is the cause of lamentation, illusion, fear, quarrels, enmity, envy. uh, all these things he's saying, 10 or 12 things he says. Money makes one fearful of oneself also, he says. How he can be fearful of oneself, we were wondering. Then Prabhupada explains in purport that a man, rich man, locked the gate of the house, door of the house, that one steel door inside, that also he locked. Wooden door, steel door, everything. Then he kept his money in the bureau and locked the bureau with 7, 8 keys and kept the key in his hip. And then he lied down. Later he got shocked because he got a dream some thief has come inside. So he is afraid of whom? Himself only. So you can see that even though he has saved so much money, is he peaceful? No. There are people who save a lot of money, but they have fear of getting murdered because of too much money they have. There are people who have saved money. Many people look at them with envy. So, Pranayir actually means Krishna Arte Akila Cheshta. Making all efforts with our body, with our mind, with our words only for. Okay, how will you make efforts with your body in Krishna's service? Anybody? Austerities. What austerities example? Okay, Ekadashi fasting. Okay. Yes. Wake up early in the morning, attending the whole Mangalarti. Correct, no? You're using, engaging your body. And what other ways you can engage your body in Krishna service? Huh? Huh? Yeah, Nagar Sankirtan going out, yeah. I'm asking only about the body. I was reading with the mouth, you can read, okay? Yeah. Speaking about the Lord, walking to temple from here, eating prasad, okay? Huh? Doing some what seva? Yeah, room cleaning, cleaning the temple hall, vessel washing, yeah, backup services, book distribution, preaching, book distribution also correct, carrying the book bag. So all this you can do with the body. With the mind, what you can do? Huh? Yeah? Chanting, exactly. What else you can do? Thinking about the Lord's pastimes. We can think, remember the Lord, isn't it? Yeah. Huh? Contemplating on what you read in Prabhupada books. Correct. Huh? Yeah? Memorizing shlokas and remembering. Very good. Huh? Memorizing the classes. Very good. So in this way, and then with mouth, how can you engage in Krishna service? Chanting is one thing. What else? Huh? Preaching, speaking about the Lord. Huh? Praying, offering prayers to the Lord, praying to Lord. Eating prasad with the mouth. What else? Kirtan. You can sing kirtan. Vishwakit was doing kirtan every day. Huh? Like that. In our temple, there are many wonderful kirtaniyas. Lokesha Govind Prabhu, very nice kirtaniyas. Gauru Hari Prabhu. So we can do kirtan with the mouth. Exactly. We can actually tell our friends and other colleagues to come to temple. Yeah, invite them with our mouth by speaking a few words of glorification of Prabhupada, glorification of the temple. In this way, you can engage your body, your mind, and words. This is pranay. Give your pran in whatever capacity. If you have no other business in the world, become brahmachari, dedicate your life, go back to Godhead. You give your life. If you cannot give your life fully, then be a grihastha and give your whole life. Like Radheshyam Prabhu, Vedanchal Prabhu, Sitaram Prabhu. They are all married, but they're giving their 24/7. They are not serving any karmi company, correct or not, isn't it? They're giving everything. They have no other business. Their only business is expand ISKCON, expand the holy name and holy fame. If you can do that, it's very wonderful. If you cannot do that, then what Krishna says? Arthair. Then you give 50% of your earning to Krishna service. He said, Prabhupada. Everywhere Prabhupada raised 50%. Nobody talks about it. Huh? People are even afraid to even spell it out of the mouth. Hmm? Because in ISKCON there is too much lenience. In Prabhupada's time, Prabhupada would tell the devotees, you should give 50%. One man told you, if you give 50%, then how can we enjoy life? Prabhupada said, that's the point. You cannot enjoy life. Imagine you are making 50,000 rupees. 25,000 you give to Krishna. In 25,000, you can only have hand to mouth. So then this is the best way to make your sense gratification zero. Correct, no? If anybody, as a grihastha, he just gives 25,000, 50% of his earning. Because Prabhupada says, you strictly follow that rule, you go back to Godhead. Only by doing that. You do your job, have wife, children, 50% of your earning, you give it away to Krishna. Because you're strictly following the Prabhupada instruction. You will see that you'll get purified. Eventually, one will be able to follow the four regulative principles, stand 16 rounds, and you'll go back to Godhead. So, Prabhupada says, why you have to give 50% artha? He says, for making artha, he says the next two are required. Diya and vacha. Diya means intelligence. Vacha means ability to convince others. So, one uses the intelligence to make plan how to expand business. And with the mouth, one speaks sweet words as a salesman to increase his profits. A salesman, what he does, he uses his intelligence how to get the customer. Correct, no? And after the customer comes, he speaks sweet words. Sir, good morning. Please take your seat. Please have some juice and then release some 2 lakh rupees from my pocket. So I can make profit out of you. So he uses two things, Diya and Vacha. So combination of Diya and Vacha is Artha. By this he makes money. So if you cannot give your pran, at least give 50% of your earning. If you cannot give that much money also, then at least give your intelligence to help the ISKCON society, spread the holy name and holy books. You can become instrument in distributing Prabhupada books, in distributing the holy name, distributing holy prasadam, and preaching. Use your intelligence how to multiply the preaching, scale the preaching. Bring as many souls as possible under the umbrella of Krishna's lotus feet. That is, use your intelligence. If somebody says, Prabhuji, I am not a very intelligent man, I can't plan on large scale and all, I am a simple boy, at least watch us. Say some good words about Prabhupada, good words about ISKCON, good words about Krishna's Gita. Use your mouth to say something good for and try to speak something about the Lord so that people can come to Krishna's lotus feet. At least do that much, he says. All these four are considered as selfless activities. Correct now? Like the tree. Uh, don't be completely selfish, thinking only about your belly, your own sense gratification, your own wife, children, family. It is a very shameless thing, it is. You find many people, you know, uh, uh, in India, you will find that many parents actually are focused on telling their son, beta, somehow or other you have to get into IIT or NIT, or later on into, do your MBA in IIM. You should be an IIT, IIM, become a big man, and then join a big company and make a lot of money, go to America, go to London, go to, Germany, and go all over the world, make a lot of money. I met one man in one of the cities in America. So he said, Swamiji, now my age is 56 now, he said. "Hmm? But his parents are beyond 80 now. Huh? His parents are like 86, 80, 85, 86. So his parents are telling, he told the parents, now that you are very old, can I come back to India? They said, beta, naukari mat chodo, you are making so much money there. You know, we are very old, not able to travel. Otherwise, we will come and stay with you in America. We are too old and body is frail. We can't travel. We can't enjoy. At least you enjoy that. He's saying my parents are discouraging me from taking to spiritual life, even though he is how old? And I asked him, have you saved enough money? He said, for 3 generations I have money. Same. For me, my son and my grandson also. My son and grandson can sit at home and eat. I have 4 bungalows in America. I have so much savings in the bank. But still my parents are saying, continue being donkey. Work hard. Chodo mat. Chodo mat kamate jao. Then he asked the parents, when can I retire? He said, don't retire at all. Don't come back to India. Be there and just enjoy and earn and enjoy. We also want to enjoy, but we can't enjoy. At least you enjoy. His parents are saying like that. So when he came to temple in America, he met me. Today I heard the lecture, Prabhu. After hearing your lecture, I felt immediately take the bead bag and chant and become serious devotee. But then phone calls come from my parents. They discourage me. He was telling. So you can see this is the life of a karmi. Materialist means materialistic parents, how they have discouraged him from becoming a devotee. He wants to become devotee. Huh? That's what- Yeah. So, uh, pranair, artair, diya, vacha. So people are giving their pran for money making and sense gratification in this world, isn't it? But those who are fortunate, they can go from selfishness to selflessness. Selflessness may be on a mundane platform and on a spiritual platform also. But most people know selflessness on a mundane platform. They may say, help some blind man to cross the road, or feed some money to poor people, feed some food to the poor people, give some uniform to the school children. Many people do such things, but their intelligence cannot go to the level of understanding that all the benefits you give people, it will all end with the body. Uh, you can never make this world a fully happy place or a place free from suffering, because Krishna has labeled this world as Dukalayam. It is like a jail. You cannot make, in jail, people are thieves and rogues. If they become gentlemen, they won't be there. Where will they be? They'll be out of the jail. Correct or not? If a thief becomes a perfect gentleman and he will not steal anymore, he has given up all his bad propensity. That is the very purpose of the jail. Purpose of jail is to reform the heart. He is reformed. He is out of the jail. Huh? Similarly, we will go back to Godhead. Huh? So in this material world, we only should do one most important activity, which is to reform the heart of all the people who have come here, including our. The body has to die one day. Die body must, either today or any other day. But one should know that we do not know when will the time come. So whatever time we have at our disposal, we should utilize it to take to Krishna consciousness and preach this message as much as we can. Huh? Right now, all of you are young boys. Huh? When you are young, your energy level is high. You have a young blood. You can utilize your Shakti, your bodily Shakti, mental Shakti, in devotional service very nicely. One good thing that's happening with all of you is you are picking up devotional service, you are learning the practice of devotional service, which is very good. Then after, initially you have to learn and grasp it. Then you have to give it. Look at the plant. Initially it absorbs water. You put manure. You put a fence. The plant is going on taking in. Is it giving anything? No. But as the plant grows, what does it do? It becomes a tree. Then it gives, take my flowers, take my fruits, take my leaves, take my branches. You can even cut a part of the tree. You can make a table also. Huh? So many things the tree can do. Similarly, all of you, when you are new, when you came into the temple, came for darshan, hmm, uh, Amarnath, and he came for taking a book in the temple. Huh? Came for darshan, he picked up a book, he read the book, immediately joined the VLC, became a devotee. In this way, each of you, uh, by some inconceivable mercy that came in your life through some devotee. Now you got connected. Now you are staying in a beautiful center filled with Vaikuntavasi like devotees. Huh? All are getting up in the morning, wearing tilak and chanting, dancing. It's like another world it is, huh? Spiritual world. But as you are taking in, you are also growing in your spiritual life. So if you are growing, what you should do? If a tree is growing, what do you expect the tree to do? Give out. Janmasardhaka kori kara paropaka. So that is expected. So here in this purport, it is said, by coming in contact with the Lord's lips, the shank became reddish. Similarly, all of you, your lives have become reddened by a touch of Krishna, which means spiritualized. Huh? Your lives have become spiritualized. Like iron rod put in fire becomes fiery, like that. So thanks to Srila Prabhupada for giving us this opportunity to spiritualize our lives. Become purified to return back to Godhead. Nobody has given such a crystal clear instructions as Srila Prabhupada gave in his books. Your reason for distributing Prabhupada books is that because you benefited, therefore we should also benefit others. Srila Prabhupada ki or Bhakta Vrinda ki. I can take questions, 5 minutes. Yeah. Mic is working? Okay. Please give the mic to.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So my question is that although we are told to be selfless, but can we be selfless whimsically, like according to our own whims? Like if we want to do some service that we like, should we be doing that, or according to the adhikar that we have got?
So when you have a liking for a particular service, you can tell your senior that, Prabhu, I'm good at this particular service. Like I am good at Mridanga, like he plays beautiful Mridanga. So he can tell his senior that, Prabhu, if you want me to render the service, here is my phone number. Anytime you call me, I'll come for any program to play Mridanga. That's not wrong. You can tell about your talent to the senior devotee. But sometimes senior may say, okay, you have this talent, but right now, the service that I need to get done is washing the vessels. You can play Mridangam later on, but now you come and help me with washing vessels. Then we go and help with washing vessels. So we have the freedom to express our talent, but we should be willing to bend ourselves to whatever is the need of the hour. Clear?
Yes, bro. Like some services like preaching and etc. They need our time, and hence maybe our studies get compromised. But
No,
studying is
therefore, in
also
order to not compromise the study, you can have a very simple plan. Say morning for Krishna, daytime for college, evening for studies. That's a standard program. And 3 days in a week, you go for preaching. Other 4 days, you study. So each day you study, you come back from college, say at about 5 o'clock. So 5 to 9 or 5 to 9:30, you have time. So you sleep at 9:30. So 5 o'clock you come, half an hour you take prasad and everything. And you have to be very focused in study. 4 hours, you just get glued into the book. You know, if you do that, even 4 days in a week, if you study 12 hours, then hardly any boy studies 12 hours per week like that. That is stage. Then other 3 days, evening, fully you focus on preaching. You can do like that. The weekends, for example, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, engage in preaching. Mm. And the other 4 days, you can focus on your studies. And in college, whenever there is a free period, break, immediately go to the library. If you're sitting in the class, your time will be wasted. Most of us who say, I'm not able to balance my study and preaching, you will see that you have some very poor time management planning. I can write a bond and give. Most people, 90% of the people, they have a erratic time planning. Hmm. If time is planned well, those who are very pakka and spending every moment as per the plan, they will find abundant time. You will see that for everything they have time. They have time for studies, they have time for preaching, time for sadhana. Because they're very strict about the plan they have made, they will stick to it. They will not be hanging around wasting time chatting with people. They know. And also they put the first things first. For example, first thing to be done first is chanting. Like morning, you couldn't finish your rounds. So I have my 4 or 5 rounds left today. I meant for Harinam Sankirtan. First thing, as soon as I finish the Bhagavatam class, I'll go and chant my rounds. Once the rounds are chanted, will it remain for the evening? It won't remain. So we have to make our plan like that. In case you have to go to college immediately after this program, you won't get time to chant. Then what you have to do? You have to wake up early in the morning, and then chant the 4 rounds. So because then the rounds won't remain. Then for further you have to sleep early. 9:30 you have to be in the bed. 3:30 you get up. So 3:30 to 4 you took bath. 4 to 4:30, 4 rounds over. Correct, no? And then this is the way you have to plan your life. Those who sleep early, the whole day will go very nicely for them. Hmm? Those who sleep late, everything gets spoiled. Daytime schedule. So that's the secret. How many of you sleep before 9:30 here? Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. How many of you sleep between 9:30 to 10? Okay. Good number. Very good. How many of you sleep between 10 to 10:30? 1, 2. Okay. How many of you sleep between 10:30 to 11? Nobody. Beyond 11, anybody? Only one. 11:30? 11, yeah. So, in this way, now when you sleep at 11, your rest is not so well done. Because morning you may be getting up for Mangalarti also, correct, no? Yeah, then your health gets compromised. Hmm. Then what happens? The daytime you'll feel very tired. And also, the chanting becomes very difficult for us when we didn't get adequate sleep. So, you have to take care. So, maybe the job situation is such that you are unable to sleep early, probably. Sometimes the shifts are there, sometimes shift jobs. You should. So then you do the shift job for a year or two and then take that experience and switch out to another company where your job will be like, 9 to 6, like that. So we all have to know to balance that. 4 Ds you should know. Decide, all of you repeat, decide, do, delegate, delete. So those people who sleep early and wake up early, they can do the first one. What is the first D? Decide means plan making. They are the ones who can make plans. Why you can make plan? Because you have all the time with you. You can make the plan. And the plan makers will get time to delegate some of the work to others. You don't have to do everything yourself. If you very carefully think in your life, there are many things which others can do. You don't have to, like I'm going to Vrindavan on 17th. There is a Paramapuja, Lokanath Swami's Vyas Puja is there. I'm going for that. Half a day I'm going. So I thought now 12:30 I have to take a cab and go to Delhi and catch a flight. Yesterday I just called one friend of mine, one known devotee in Delhi. There's one family. I just called them and said, you remember you want to talk to me? When I came to Delhi, you said, yes, Prabhu, you are very much desperate to talk to you. They said, why don't you come to Vrindavan? On the way we can talk. Vrindavan to Delhi. The cab. They said, wow, wonderful. 2.5 hours he'll get with you. They said, yes. So now the cab is arranged now. You know. That's all. You just plan. Huh? This is the meaning of delegate the work. Correct, no? So who is happy? They are happy or I am happy? Both are happy. Hmm. So my work is delegated. I don't have to take the anxiety of how will I reach from Vrindavan to booking tickets and train or booking a cab. Uh, and instead of that, it's a devotee. And I also want to give time to the devotee. He's a wonderful devotee. So this is the way you delegate work. Certain work can be delegated to somebody. You don't have to do everything yourself. Mm. In the same manner, decide means plan. Like, for example, you can decide how you will spend your day, how you will spend your week, how you will spend your month, how you will spend your year. For that decision, that's called quadrant two. Not urgent, but important. That is quadrant two. There you can decide. But certain things come to quadrant one, which is urgent and because, say, for example, your exam is on Saturday. Uh, or not Saturday. Say your exam is on Monday. Today is Friday. So today you can decide how you will spend your Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days. Yeah. But imagine on Sunday afternoon, till then your life was super busy. Hmm. The only time you have is Sunday evening. So that do you have time to decide? There is no time. You have to run to study. There it becomes urgently important. Today it is not urgent but important. Your Monday examination is not urgent but important today. But on Sunday evening it is urgent. If you don't study, you'll fail. Then people say, I'll do night out. Whole night they'll be awake. So one boy was telling me in one of the voice centers, hmm, Prabhuji, many of the inmates cry when the examination comes. They are asking, can we, give up chanting during the exam time for 1 week or 10 days? Or can we completely skip the morning program? He said, Prabhuji, the main reason for this is because they are not studying from the beginning of the semester. He said, that's the main reason. They waste all their time, first month, second month, third month, fourth month, fifth month. Sixth month, the exams comes, ayo, Amma, they are shouting. Now, how will I finish now? And they say, Prabhuji, can I give up chanting? Can I give up this? Can I give up that? They are very eager to give up Krishna. And they want to get into. The main reason for that is no planning in advance. There is no time to decide now. It has become urgent, important now. Correct, no? This is a problem. No? Yeah. So one has to think in advance. Say, for example, you are getting ready to go to office. You have, say one bus at 8:45, which can reach you office 15 minutes before you are very cool. Another bus at 9, which will reach you just in time for the office to punch the card when the siren blows. Do you generally prefer which bus? First bus. So that you will punch a card on time. You would like to reach on time, correct? No? 8:45 bus. But you find that your stomach is a little bit dubu is something happening. You're wondering, should I go to lavatory? Should I go to washroom and, come, or can I go now? So what is better? Going to washroom and coming is better, or, running to the 8:45 bus is better? Huh? Going to washroom is better, correct? Because right now it is not urgent, but important. Right now, it's dubu is coming. We are not sure when the stomach is going to make the nature's call. But it looks like a little nature's call. You are a little doubtful. Better go to bathroom and go by the second bus. Imagine you went by the bus class, 8:45. Halfway the bus is going to company. It's urgently coming now. Correct, no? Is it good? That time it becomes urgent important. And bus you cannot do anything. At least in train you can do something. Train has a attached bathroom to train. Bus you cannot do anything. Therefore, the deciding is a very important thing in life. How you decide. Similarly, like he was asking, Prabhuji, how can we preach also, do our studies also? That you can only do when you sleep early, rise early, you have some time with you. And then you can sit with your mentor and ask, Prabhu, this is my total time available. Morning to evening. My college situation is like this. One amazing thing with this material world, the situation is not the same all the time. It keeps on changing. Sometimes that is, our material duties become too much. Sometimes the spiritual sevas become too much. Sometimes health creates crisis. Like I had to remove one of my tooth. I never thought this week I have to spend 4 hours for that. Going to hospital. Sometimes the body demands time. You have to give. So we all have to. Therefore, it's like what do you call it? Like if you're going in a boat in Kanyakumari, sometimes the boat tilts like this. You know, when we went for the first time in boat, all my family members, all of us screamed because the boat went like we thought it was going to topple us upside down. But the fellow boatman, he had no fear. He had a stick in his hand and he bent this leg and stretched this leg like this. You know, like this. Then when the boat went the other way, then he did like this. He just leaning to one side and stretching his leg. He's very cool. Why is he so cool? Anybody can say? Because he's practiced. He's practiced. He is driving boat last 20 years. He doesn't have problem. He knows how. Similarly, you also should know when spiritual life demands more time, then you compromise certain things on material platform and then do more services. Then now your exams are coming. Then take another direction. Now you fully study and then do only chanting in the morning. Just finish your 16 rounds. We also allow devotees to skip the other programs in the morning. During exam, we don't say, here 1 hour class. We don't say that. Huh? They can compromise. So you should know when to compromise which one and give importance to which one. You should know. If health is like one man was working so hard in the company went on giving him promotion. Started making double, triple money. Monthly he started earning 2 lakhs per month, 2.5 lakhs per month. But then the stress levels went so high. He got a massive heart attack and admitted in the hospital. Barely he was saved. Doctors said that your artery is blocked. We have to do angioplasty. But at the same time, he came to know that his wife divorced him and went to her home because he didn't give her any time. So wife also went away and his health also is in crisis. The only happiness is money is in pocket. That's all. What will he do with that money? So that means he severely compromised on his own health and family, friend. Money to make money. So is he intelligent or foolish? Foolish. So we should know how to balance all the things in our life. According to that spiritual life, material life, one has to have a balance. So for Grihasthas, I tell them morning for Krishna, daytime for profession, evening for family. Those are very happy families. Those families which sleep early and rise early, they have finished their chanting in the morning, artis they have done, they read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, then go to company. It's a very happy family. Similarly, all of you are doing your morning program. And how many of you are working here? Working devotees. Good number, yeah. One good thing for all of you, you have no anxiety of studies. Correct, no? Except that you have to keep abreast of your field a little bit. But how many of you are students here? Yeah. So you students will have some anxiety. You have to study. Therefore, I told you, say, 4 days you study, 2, 3 days you can assist in preaching in the evening. And also, it's not that college is every day, all day. Some days it's holiday also. How many of you agree? For example, some days half a day. So what do you do? Many times we waste our time. How many of you agree that we waste our time? Correct, no? That's where we have to pay attention. Delete the time which you waste. That's a fourth D. So decide, do, delegate, delete. So what all you have to delete? Atyahara, Prayasa, Prajalpa, Niyamagraha, Janasangascha, Laulyamcha, then Vacho Vegam, Manasa Vegam, Krodha Vegam, Jiva Vegam, Udra Vegam. These 12 items you have to delete from your life. If you delete these 12 items, I can tell you, you will get a lot of time. Abundant time you'll get. If you overeat, you oversleep. That's why you waste time. So don't overeat. Atyahara. Prayasa. Don't do too much material endeavor alone. Prajalpa, don't waste time by gossiping or rumor mongering or talking bad words. And don't, or debating, arguing, blaspheming, fault finding. Don't waste time in these things. So, Niyamagraha, by don't compromise on the rules and regulations. Don't do it superficially. Faithfully follow the regulative principles. Janasangascha, don't associate with non-devotees or even devotees who waste your time. There are some people who are upcoming devotees. They will speak useless things. Then you have to limit your time with them. There was one devotee who would catch devotees in the bathroom. He will also be in towel, the other devotee is also in towel. And he will start telling him, Prabhuji, I saw this happened with that. And this happened, that happened. And like that he will go on telling. And the other devotee cannot move only. So some devotees complain to me, Prabhu, this devotee, if he catches, 45 minutes he speaks. In the bathroom, I am wearing wet towel. I have to change my dress. And then I asked them, why were you standing? Prabhuji, he continuously speaks sentence. In such a manner that he tells about this one, tells about that thing, this thing. And then I found that at least a dozen devotees complained. Then I caught this devotee. And then I told him, Prabhu, you cannot do this. You're wasting time of so many people. Then he said, Prabhuji, I will explain to you what. And he took my 2 hours. You know? Then I realized, looked at me, my Lord, 2 hours are gone. You know? I said, dangerous. You know, I am supposed to be smart. He tricked me also. So then I said, we'll keep you in a separate room. You can be with yourself. So take care. Don't waste time with people who gossip a lot. Yeah. So what are the 4 Ds? Decide, do, delegate, delete. So first, this called second quadrant is not urgent, important. That is decide. Urgent, important is do. Urgent, urgent and not important. There are also things like that, correct, no? There are many urgent calls will come, but they are not important calls. For example, my assistant will tell me, Prabhuji, so and so is calling. I will tell him that, see, I have already told him to do one thing. Did he do or not? Check with him. I will tell him. He will ask him, Aapne kar diya kya? Nahin kiya, Prabhuji. Then I will tell him that, tell him to do that first. Without that, he should not call me. I will just, it's an urgent call, but it's a useless call. Many times you give some homework to people, they don't do it. And then they keep coming and troubling you. So therefore, there are many, many urgent calls come which are many times useless. For example, on Ekadashi night, one call came to me at 11:30 at night, and the pre-Ekadashi day, day before. And then the fellow asked, Radheshyam Prabhu, is mustard seed allowed tomorrow for Ekadashi? Can we put in cooking? I said, is this the time to ask me 11:30 at night? You woke me from the sleep. After that, I used to switch off the mobile in the night. Don't keep it on. It's an urgent call, but a useless call. It spoils your sleep. So similarly, many beeps come from WhatsApp messages, social media. It's a useless thing. It's urgent, but spoils your chanting. Right? No? And then the fourth one is, delete. It is not urgent, not important. There are things like that. One time I was downloading one mail. It took so much time, something like, 3 GB or 2 GB or something like that. Slowly, the whole computer got stuck in, downloading it. Then I saw what it is. This is Rath Yatra videos one fellow has sent, and posters and videos, and Prabhuji, our activities aapko bheja hai. You see all these things. I said, my Lord, such a heavy file you have sent. My 20 minutes are gone today in downloading this file. Later on, I will see before downloading how much GB. If it is very heavy GB, I will tell my video man that, Prabhuji, I'll forward this mail to you, download and give, while I can do my other work. So, or I will delete it, or I will delegate it. So we all have to think before getting into anything. Utilize your time well. Sometimes you don't know. Certain things appear that they will take small time, and eventually you find that they take bigger time. While in the market, you go to buy something, 10 minutes you think, but then you return back after 1 hour because you didn't get in the shop. You go to other places. That's why this material world is a very challenging place, because things get stretched. So we have to be constantly on the vigil and alert on God, how we spend our time. Abhyarta kalatvam means don't waste a single moment. Like today, they called me for the class at 7. I said, if I come at 7, what will I miss? Harinam Sankirtan. So I said, please don't keep any class. But Sergeant was behind me. He said, at any cost, we have to have the class. And then we made it 7:30. Then I went for Harinam, and then Prabhuji brought me from there. So I could do both, Harinam also and class also. Only I had to give little trouble to all of you by delaying you. Little bit. But what I'm saying is we should find out how to not compromise on important things. Those things are very important for us. How not to compromise, at the same time manage our time. Therefore, we have to clearly know what are the first things first, which are our things which are very vital. Those things we should put first. I will conclude with one last thing. Is that Giriraj Maharaj tells a story whenever he talks about time. You know, he in GBC meetings, they conducted this demo. They were telling, they gave a jar and they gave big stones, then small stones, then rubbles, pebbles kind of thing, then sand, and then water. They gave all these things and told them, now put it all in the jar. So all the GBCs, they five, six of them, it's a group activity they gave them. They were doing. So first, naturally, they put the sand first, and then the rubbles, and they put the water, and then they put the smaller stones. And then when they want to put the big stone, there was no place. They weren't going. They were wondering what to do now. They kept the big stones outside. Later on, the person conducting the class taught them, see, the order in which you put is very important. Huh? First, which one you should put? Biggest stones. Huh? Big rocks you should put first. And then when you put smaller rocks, smaller one, and then you do like this, they will go and get fitted in the recesses, gaps like that. And then you put the rubbles. They will further go and fit like that. And then you put sand and shake. Finally, you put water, everything fits. Similarly, in your day also, the most important thing is the morning program, which is big rocks. That should never be compromised. And then your studies, things like that. So, in this way, if you learn to plan your day and week and month and whole year very nicely, you will not waste your time. So, decide, do, delegate, delete. Remember this and try to stick to that. Shri Prabhupada ki